Hey, my name's Christian, and some buds call me Big C, and I'm here to discuss my topic about veganism. Vegan. When a person hears this word, they tend to think of this guy. A stereotypical hippie, you know, the save the animals man. Or these girls, those dumb, airheaded valley girls on a strict diet and can only have water if it's 0 calories. Well, actually, vegans are just like you and me. The only difference is their eating habits. But yet some people think that they're stupid for choosing upon themselves to not eat bacon and eggs, In-N-Out burger, or ice cream. Like, who chooses to not eat ice cream? Well, actually, these vegan diets are brilliant in the way they benefit the environment. I wanted to know, how can a vegan diet benefit the environment? And by environment, I mean the climate, the water use, the land use, and the community. So first, let's go with the climate. Quote by Kirk R. Smith, an environmental professor from California, Berkeley, who was interviewed in a documentary called Cowspiracy, stated that if everybody were to stop using oil and gas entirely, we would see these effects in 100 years or so. But if everybody on Earth were to go vegan, we would see these effects within decades. He's right when he says this, because animal agriculture is completely screwing over our world and nobody is aware. When I first looked up greenhouse gas emissions, this picture, along with several others similar to this one, were the first things that came up. But it's not the leading cause. As a matter of fact, the leading cause is animal agriculture. Right now, animal agriculture is responsible for 51% of all greenhouse gas emissions. And the reason behind this is because the billions of animals in the industries today are pooping. As a matter of fact, in the United States, 7 million pounds of excrement produced by animals in the industry are produced every minute. I personally find that disgusting. But not only is it super gross, it's also terrible on how it affects the environment, because in this poop contains nitrous oxide. And although nitrous oxide is only 5% of all greenhouse gas emissions, it's 296 times more destructive than carbon dioxide. Next is water. In a book I read, The Diet for a New America, the author John Robbins stated that 5% of all water use in the US is domestic, meaning showers, laundry machines, dishwashers, etc., while 55% of the United States water use goes to animal agriculture. He's right when he says this, because not only are these animals drinking water, but they're eating plants that are given water as well. This explains also why 1/3 of Earth's entire fresh water is going to animal agriculture. Our global rainforests are basically our Earth's lungs, taking in carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen. It's a shame that an acre a second is being destroyed, and the leading cause is, you guessed it, animal agriculture. Animal agriculture is also responsible for 91% of Amazon's destruction because of the amount of land they all need to survive. Let's take 1.5 acres. That's enough for 37,000 pounds of plant-based food, or just 375 pounds of meat. Let's also have a situation in which a vegan were to only have a certain amount of land to live off of for an entire year. They would only need 1/6 of an acre to use food. Now give this same situation for a meat eater, and they would need 18 times more acres than a vegan would. So my friend did a project on world hunger, and she didn't really find any ties with animal agriculture, but I personally find it important because right now we have enough food to feed 10 billion people. And why we aren't able to feed this amount of people, first of all, because there's only 7 billion, obviously, but also because 50% of grains worldwide are being eaten by the animals in the industries. And also, 82% of children living right next to these animals that are starving, these 82% of children starving are living right next to these animals, and they're being shipped off to more well-off places like the United States, UK, and Europe. Every year, the human population eats 21 billion pounds of food, while the world's 1.5 billion cows alone are eating 135 billion pounds of food. Now, after hearing all these statistics, I challenge you to not go vegan. If you can, that's the best, but rather be like me and eat less meat and animal products less often, and go for something that'll help our world and help it change by eating plants, or, as an article in The Guardian says, meat alternatives. So don't be some disgusting pig or some lazy fat cow, because you are what you eat. Thank you.